I'm from Abaco, which is it has a completely different dynamic than all the other islands, I feel like. But yeah. So at the beginning I have this kind of phrase that we use in the Bahamas. So it's born, bred, get dead. And I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but I know you'll probably see it a lot if you come here. But yeah, a lot of Bahamians just say it and yeah, you'll see it a lot on like Bahamian branded things. So now Abaco is where I'm from. So Abaco is a northern island in the Bahamas and we have a lot of keys and I think our keys are the most inhabited keys in like the entire Bahamas. So a lot of the times you'll see like people come to school on a ferry and then take a bus to get there. So it's a lot like yeah, a lot of people from a bunch of different keys come to the mainland to go to school and stuff like that. But yeah, actually right now, which wasn't in the presentation initially, there are some like wildfires happening in Apico because we do have a lot of pine forests. So yeah, just something to think about. It is getting hotter, so there have been a lot more wildfires. But yeah, Abaco is really beautiful. However, like in 2019, we were affected by Hurricane Dorian, so that really kind of changed the dynamic of how things are in Abaco. But we are, still in the process of recovering from that. But yeah, we'll hopefully soon be back to where we were originally. And now on to Junkanoo, our national festival. So we have Junkanoo on every island, but our main Junkanoo festival would be on the capital, which is New Providence. And it's on every Boxing Day and New Year's Day. And it's just a lot of color, rhythm, art, instruments, and yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew how long it was going on for, but I know it's been going on for a very long time. So there are different like Junkanoo teams and it's a competition as well. So it's not just to show it off. It's also like they are, kind of competing against each other. And it's always a lot of drama. Like um whatever team you're like whatever team you kind of support the most, people will judge you based on that. So like if you're walking down the street and then someone just randomly asks you, "Hey, what team are you on?" and you say Saxons, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, Saxons, interesting." So it's a lot like that. But I mean, it's all in good fun. No one ever gets really mad about it, but it's just kind of like people kind of judge how you are based off which team you represent. And so next we have conch salad. I'm not sure what our national dish is, but I feel like if we did have one, it would be conch salad. So conch salad is made by catching fresh conch. So one of the best places to get conch salad is under the bridge. So we have a bridge on New Providence and it connects to a little like I wouldn't want to call it an island, but like a little settlement, and it's called Paradise Island. And under the bridge, like divers, like they get the conch like fresh, and then they like kill it right in front of you, and then they like dice it up, and then what is it called? They put like lime and lemon juice on it with onions and stuff, and tomatoes, peppers, um, and yeah, that's kind of what how it's made. Personally, I prefer mine without like too much tomatoes and stuff. Like I prefer mine just like the conch with onions and peppers. But there are like so many different variations, so I don't know what it would be like for a tourist ordering it. I think they just give all the tourists like tropical conch salad, which has fruits like oranges, mangoes, peaches, stuff like that. But I know that, yeah, I don't know how they would order it. But I prefer, yeah, like I said, just the conch with the lime juice and onions and pepper. But you can also get mayonnaise added to your conch salad. I don't understand the hype about that. My mom loves it with mayonnaise on it, which to me just feels disgusting. But yeah, that's kind of just conch salad. I mean, you can make conch salad yourself if you happen to find conch. But the fresher the conch is, the better. I mean, you can use conch that's kind of um that you've had for a while? Because I know my papa in Abaco, like he'll put his conch in the freezer and then he'll take it out and make conch salad, and it tastes just as good as if he caught it fresh. But yeah, if you ever do have conch salad, just get one straight from the ocean. So just go to like we call them conch stands, and they sell like conch salad. And they're just like placed randomly. Like they're not like real established like restaurants or anything. They're just like little shacks. Not even a real shack. Like it's just like a bar kind of thing with a shade over it. And it's just like randomly placed around in different places. So yeah, if you ever find a conch salad stand, if I just order a tropical salad, that's what I would say to anyone who's never had it before. Tropical salad is kind of it's everything that you would want to have on your first time eating it. So now on to back to our national festival, which is Junkanoo. I have a video that I'd like to play to show it. So the beginning part is like less Junkanoo, but as it progresses, it goes more into like the real Junkanoo.
God said he gonna send down fire. He gonna send it down to Elijah. He done set the altar on fire. Didn't he send, Lord, didn't he send? God said he would send down fire. He gonna send it down to Elijah. He gonna set the altar on fire. Didn't he send, Lord, didn't he send?
Okay, so um some of the instruments we use are like trumpets and some of the drums that you see, they're called goatskin drums and like we've been using them for years. And then I don't know if any other countries use this, but we also use cowbells. So like when you see people shaking that thing in their hands and like twirling around, that's cowbells, and we also use whistles. And we also have another instrument called rake and scrape. So like I mean, there are different ways of doing it because okay, you can just have like a piece of metal and like a metal pick and then you just like I can't create the sound, but it's called Rake and Scrape. It is really popular and there are a lot of like Bahamian songs about it. Like yeah. I was gonna say the song, but I don't know. I don't think I can reference it. But yeah, those are a lot of the instruments. And we also use conch as an instrument, as you saw in the beginning when the guy like blew out of the conch. So we use it as food and as an instrument. And so next, I would describe the Bahamas as the most beautiful place in the world because I don't know. I recently went to Exuma, and I saw like literally the most beautiful water I've ever seen in my life, and that's saying something because I feel like living in the Bahamas, like you see beautiful water all the time, but Exuma, like it was like crazy, and there was so much like marine life and biodiversity, and yeah, that's why I would call it like the most beautiful place in the world. And then yeah, so these are more pictures. So this picture with the pigs swimming, that's also from Exuma. So there's a tourist attraction and that's the swimming pigs. So you can just come to Exuma and swim with the pigs. I unfortunately did not. But yeah, there are just I forgot what the beach is called, but there's just a beach inhabited by pigs and they just swim around. So tourists just come to swim with them all the time. I think it might be because I know in the Bahamas we had a lot of like wild boar hunting. I know specifically in Abaco they used to like hunt for wild boars a lot. I don't know if they still do, but I know recently my grandparents they came here to the capital and they were like, oh, when we get back home we have some wild boar waiting for us. And then I don't think I've ever had wild boar, but my mom and my aunt they were like, what, you have wild boar and you didn't bring any? So I apparently wild boar is really good. um but yeah, this other picture is from the capital, so it's on Paradise Island, so they have a lot of like colorful beach villas. um and yeah, Paradise Island is just a tourist island, honestly. It just has a lot of hotels, water parks, and just like touristy things, like swim with the dolphins, which is a crisis happening right now in the Bahamas, the dolphin thing. But anyway, now it's time to talk about protecting the most beautiful place on Earth. So the Bahamas is like uniquely susceptible to climate change because of our like sea level. So it is rising and kind of like how I talked about Dorian before, that's a product of climate change. So we're getting like more intense storms, hurricanes, flooding, and kind of also how I mentioned the wildfires that are happening, it's just all getting a lot more intense. And I know personally, my home in Abaco, there was a fire right across the street from it. So like I had my old grandpa and my grandmother, like they were outside trying to like stop the fires from getting to our house. So like they were standing out there for hours with hoses because it's an island, so we don't have enough firefighters. So everyone kind of just has to do what they can and they're like asking for volunteers, like can any able-bodied men come and help and volunteer. So it's kind of like a big thing happening and it's been going on for days now. But I don't know why, like we haven't heard anything on the news about it. So it's kind of less just kind of scary because like when they go to sleep, like what's gonna happen? So it's just kind of that um, you know, aspect that's kind of happening. But yeah, we're trying to, you know, mitigate climate change a little bit in the Bahamas. So a lot of the energy that we use in some of the government's buildings are solar. So my dad, before he passed, he worked at water and sewage. So in the Bahamas, there's just one, I don't know how it is in different countries, but there's just one company that controls all the water on all the islands and stuff. And he was like the area manager for Abaco, and he like there was a whole field of just solar panels to power like the station and stuff. But yeah, we're trying. I like to say that because we have a lot of like mangrove restoration projects going on. So yeah, we definitely are trying. And yeah, a lot of the times we do say like we live where you vacation, but I always say like for how long because it it really is affecting us. And especially on an island like the capital, it would be like really detrimental because it's such a small island. Apico is huge and compared especially compared to our like capital. So if a storm like Dorian were to happen on this island, like it would be completely gone because after like maybe a few hours of torrential rain, like this island is completely flooded. The roads aren't high enough, so like people just can't leave their homes for a while. But yeah, that concludes my EIGC presentation for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm glad I was able to share some of my culture with you.